I think we're on number 8. 6 is 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. So 9. 9, I have a tie. Because I can't tell which one lasts longer. Online, it says the longest lasting one is Versace Eros. Or actually, I think the longest lasting one might be YSL Myself, Les Parfums. I do know Chanel Allure Sport O Extreme last the least online is what they put. But for me, I don't know if it's subjective opinion. I just feel like this one lasts longer. And it's just one of the first fragrances I remember smelling for days. Now, these 3 are very similar in their dry downs, in my opinion. They smell like your typical peppermint gentleman, which is powdery, like iris or tonka, and then minty, fresh spiciness to go along with that. So powdery and minty fresh. I kind of think of it like, what's that, mint chocolate chip ice cream? Like the chocolate's a little bit powdery, a little bit dry. That's what I get for these. Opening is obviously different. They smell very different in the openings, but the dry down, this one is just tonka and mint. And then there's some sandalwood, which gives it a little bit of creaminess and muskiness, but I still find the tonka to be quite loud and powdery and dry, kind of like a bar of soap, but not liquid hand soap, because that gives it a musky scent. The bar of soap, which gives it dry, clean, but dry. Same with Versace Eros. Starts off citrusy, vanilla and sweet apple. Dry down, I get tonka and mint, and then lastly vanilla at the end. Now you notice I mentioned this is the EDT, not the parfum, because concentrations matter when it's the exact same, but when they have different ingredients, that's what determines longevity. And in this case, this one, vanilla is a heavy base. They all have vanilla, but it gives it that longevity with ambroxan, which is a fixative. And I think actually the parfum does last longer, but I don't have the one. Overall, yeah, powdery mintiness, and then goes into minty vanilla, which is very nice. And then this one is very similar to that, where I feel like it's very powdery and minty, and then it goes into that powderiness has a different ending to it, where it's not just fresh powdery, it ends up going sweet and deeper. So they compare it to velvet, and I would say it's pretty close. No tonka on this, but the white florals gives off a very powdery sense, as well as no mint, but the black pepper is a spicy freshness. And then that dry down, like I said, that bourbon, vanilla, and amber, it gives it a very caramel-like scent. If you ever tried Prada Luna